everyone, and welcome to Heartfulness Yoga Practice on this International Yoga Day. My name is Suchi and I'll be guiding you through Power Vinyasa sequence. So we will be covering this Power Vinyasa in 5 different parts, starting with Pranayama and warm-up and 3 short series of Power Vinyasa, finally followed by cool-down yoga poses. And then we'll wrap it up with the deep relaxation of Heartfulness Yoga and meditation. So before we can proceed, I would also like you to check with your doctor or your healthcare professional if you are good to go. And if you have not done this kind of yoga practice for pregnant women, especially, I would like you to check with your doctor. And even when your doctor says, yes, you can do these practices, I would suggest you listen to your body first, because there are a lot of changes going in our body during pregnancy. There is a gravitational shift as our weight increases in the front of our body, and there is a hormone relaxin that stretches everything, so you might be your bones and joints might be very flexible. So you want to keep those things into consideration. Other than that, I will be using props, and I will also be showing modification if you're pregnant. And one more thing, if you're pregnant, I would suggest you would start with a prenatal yoga if you have never tried this before. Otherwise, if you're already in your practice in advanced or intermediate level, then you can join for this practice. You might need a set of blocks or yoga strap and maybe a rolled towel or blanket. So let's proceed. Let's start by coming in the seated comfortable position. You can sit in Sukhasana by crisscrossing your legs, or you can come in half lotus by simply bringing your one foot on top of your thigh, that is Ardha Padmasana, or you can bring both your feet on top of your thigh, going for the full lotus. I'll be staying here just for the breathing part. So you can start by bringing your left hand on your heart center, right hand on your belly. You may close your eyes here and take a moment to connect with your breath. As you inhale through your nostril, you breathe in deep. Feel your breath first in your nostril and your throat, your heart center, your chest, and all the way down to your abdomen. Now, as you exhale, you simply reverse the order. So you exhale, empty your belly, gently draw it towards your spine, empty your chest, throat, and your nostril. A few more times, belly breathing at your own pace, at your own rhythm. Inhale through your nostril, chest, and down to your belly. When you exhale, draw your navel all the way towards your spine, towards your back, emptying your chest, throat, and your nostril. Go ahead, practice this breathing a few more times. Let go of anything that is not serving you right now, any thoughts, any stress from the day. You can let go of that and simply allow yourself to melt into this practice. Remember, yoga is as much as mental and spiritual as it is physical. So you can slowly blink open your eyes, and if you want to open your lotus legs, you can come to the Sukhasana with the easy pose, and we can proceed with a warm-up. And we are moving on to the next stretches. So let's start by placing our left hand on the floor or on your knee. Inhale, reach your right arm up all the way over your head, cupping your left ear, and then gently bring your head over to the right shoulder. Remember, you're not putting too much weight on your head or your neck. Listen to your body and see how much you want to go, how deep you want the stretch to be. Inhale, slowly release your hand back to the mat as you exhale. With another inhale, you're going to lift your left hand over your head, cupping your right ear, and then bring your head, remember, gently over to the left side. Inhale, release your hand, exhale, bring it back on the mat. Also remember, during the pose, if you're holding any particular pose, you do not need to hold your breath. Keep breathing at your own normal pace. Moving on to the shoulder stretch, bring your right hand across your chest and your left hand between your elbow and your wrist. So somewhere here, you're not to bring your hand on your elbow or on your upper arm, bringing it here, and you control the stretch. Okay, so as you can see maybe from the side, if you're keeping your hand away from your chest, you'll get a mild stretch. If you want a deeper stretch, you can bring your hand all the way over to the left shoulder, the opposite shoulder. Cup your elbow and taking your hand over your head. Pull your elbow away from you. Trying to touch your shoulder blades one at a time, keeping your back straight. Inhale, gently release your hand, come back to the neutral movement. And then we are going to bring our left hand across our chest, same thing, keeping your arms straight. Exhale, you bring your right hand to press your left hand towards your shoulder. Another thing, you can bring your attention to your shoulder. If your shoulder is coming towards your ear, allow your shoulder to relax down and go as far, as deep you want to go in the stretch. Cup your elbow, inhale, bring your elbow over to your head, touching your both shoulder blades one at a time. Remember not to put weight on your neck, so keep your elbow away from you. Inhale, release your hand, bring yourself back to the mat and relax. From here we are going to do the lateral spine side stretch. So you're going to again bring your left hand on the mat. Inhale, reaching your arm all the way up. As you exhale, you drop your hand to the other side, to the left side. Again, you can option to bring your gaze towards the ceiling, looking over your triceps. Please keep breathing. And as you inhale, you can slowly lift yourself up. Exhale, bring your hand on the mat. Turning to switch side. Inhale, resting your right hand on the floor. Inhale, reach your left hand all the way up. Exhale, down, 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 wherever you feel. Okay, you do not have to go all the way towards the mat. One thing that you can keep in your mind, that your hips should stay, both your hips, both your sitting bones should stay on the floor. So if you can reach here, this is perfectly okay. You do not have to go all the way down, and you'll feel the stretch on your transverse obliques here. Inhale, lift yourself up to the neutral. Exhale, back on the mat. Finishing this with a spinal twist. So you're going to bring your right hand on your left knee. Inhale, take your left hand all the way back in the center of your back, turning your spine, twisting it. Bringing both your shoulders parallel to the short edge of the mat, looking over your shoulder, over your back shoulder, all the way to the wall behind you. Inhale, bring your hand back. Exhale, come back to the neutral position. Going for the twist on the other side. As you inhale, you're going to take your right hand behind your back, left hand on your knee. So you anchor your hand on your knee so that you can push on your knee away from you. Now again, remember, twist is something you might want to go gentle with if you're pregnant. So just be in tune with your body, see how you feel, looking all the way over to the back wall. Inhale, release your hand, coming back to the neutral position. Going for the butterfly, the bound angle pose. So you can now bring the soles of your feet together. Interlock your hands, wrap them outside your feet so that you can gently bring your toe towards the ceiling. And then you can pull your feet closer to your perineum, closer to your body. Allow your knees to reach the mat. Just be observant where they are staying, where they are reaching. You may close your eyes and feel like a mini meditation here. Take a moment, straighten your back, relax your shoulders. When you feel like, you may start flapping your knees. So to get some range of motion, you might want to bring your knees up towards your elbow and then flap them closer to the floor. Now here again, you may move your knees faster or slower at the pace that you prefer. Slowly moving your feet away from your body. Away from your body, creating that diamond shape here. And start on inhale. As you exhale, you're going to fold forward. So again, you can rest your head on your feet, or you can alternatively rest your elbows so that you can rest your head or your chin on your hands. On this bound angle forward fold, you'll feel the deep stretch on your thighs and your hip crease. With the support of your hand, you're going to gently bring your torso back to the normal, back to the neutral position. Bring your knees together, hug your knees, lifting your knees off the mat. Just for a quick counter stretch, balancing yourself here. and then we are going to come in the tabletop. So here we start our first power flow. Okay. So you're going to come on the flat tabletop position, fingers wide open so that you can distribute your weight on equally on all your fingers and all your hands so that there is less stress on your wrist. Make sure your hands are stacked under your shoulder, your hips are stacked on top of your knees. Shoulder width distance between your hand and hip width distance between your knees. Now as you inhale, you're going to tilt your pelvis forward, roll your shoulders back, lengthening your neck and looking all the way up as you inhale. Cow pose. As you exhale, tuck your tail between your legs, your chin to the chest. Bring the crown of your head facing towards the mat. Round your upper back, your thoracic area as much as you can. Inhale, cow one more time. Again, we tilt our pelvis, but we do not let our belly loose. Exhale, rounding your back, your thoracic area, the spinal column area, the back area that is between your shoulder blades. Inhale, coming to the flat back, going for the bird dog. So you're going to balance yourself on your opposite hand. You're going to bring your right hand in the front and left leg extending in the back. Now again, if this is difficult, you can always do it just with your hand and you can leave your legs, your knees on the mat. I'm going to do it with my legs and my hands. Inhale, reaching your right hand in the front. Exhale, left leg back. As you exhale, you're going to open your lips out to the side. Inhale, front. Exhale, neutral. Flat back. Inhale, left hand, right leg. Now again, I don't want you to arch your back and take your leg back. I want you to keep them in a straight line. Exhale out to the side. Inhale, front. Exhale, coming back to the flat tabletop. Now from here, we are going to start the first flow of the day. Okay, I will be changing the direction just so that you can see me better here. So coming to the tabletop again here. Alright, so starting at the tabletop in the flat back. And I'm going to tuck my toes. As I exhale, I'm going to lift my knees off the mat, coming into the inverted V. Adho Mukha Svanasana. When you come here, you can start paddling your heels so that you're stretching your legs, your hamstring, and your popliteal fossa. Paddle your legs one at a time. Bring your head between your hands. Push your chest towards your thighs. Starting first flow of the day, bringing your left foot in the center. As you inhale, you're going to lift your right leg all the way up for a three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to the left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. You have to work with your breath here. As you exhale, cheetah lunge, nose to knees. Inhale, three-legged dog. This is one last time. And as you exhale, you're going to step your foot between your hands. So you see, creating that 90-degree angle. I'm still lifting my toe up. Drop your back knee out on the mat. Point your toe. Now as you inhale, you're going to reach your arms all the way up for the lower leg. Maybe go for slight back bend. Exhale, cactus arm. You're going to bring your hand, your elbow at your shoulder level. Open yourself. And exhale, reach your arms up. On inhale, as you exhale, you're going to fold forward, framing your right foot on the mat. Going for the quad stretch here. So you're going to slide your knee further away from you. And this is my left leg, so I'm going to bend my knee and reaching it with the right hand. You're going to bring your foot closer to your head as much as you can, to whatever degree you can bring. Be gentle with yourself. Try to meet your pose with love rather than force. Bringing your right hand in the front, framing your right foot. Now I'm going to tuck my toe, lift back knee off the mat, and your heel is still off. As you inhale, gather your strength, reach your arms up one more time in the crescent lunge. Front toe is facing forward. Exhale. Pivot that back heel down on the mat. Warrior one. Veerbhadrasana. As you exhale, you're going to straighten both your legs and fold forward on exhale for the pyramid. Now this is where blocks come in handy. In case when you keep your legs straight, you're not able to reach the floor, you might use blocks to support yourself. This is second height and this is the last height. Alternatively, you can walk your step a little bit further and you can reach the mat, reach the floor. Inhale, reaching your arms up one more time. Going for the humble pyramid. Take your hands behind your back, interlock your fingers. On exhale, fold forward, bringing your knee towards, nose towards your knees, lifting your hand as high as you can. Inhale, slowly bring your hands back, exhale. Inhale, reaching your arms up. This time, resting your hands outside your feet, not here, outside your feet. And bend your left foot, left knee, and your left foot comes to meet your right foot in the front. Forward fold. Bend your knees as you inhale, swipe your arms all the way up, reaching towards the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive. Take your hands back, nose dive or chest dive, so that you can swipe your hands back and bring them outside your feet. And then you rest your hands, take your feet back, step, jump, squat, hop back. Again, remember that is optional. You do not have to jump if you do not want to. You can step your feet back in the high plank. Drop your knees or you may do Chaturanga. As you exhale, bring your chest forward. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Roll your shoulders away from you. Tuck your toes. Exhale, down dog. Now we are ready to repeat this flow, the first part on the left side. So I'm going to start again in the down dog. Whenever you feel ready, please grab a water, sip of water if you need. Keep yourself hydrated. Bringing your hands on the front, lifting your knees off the mat, starting in the down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up, this time for a three-legged dog. As you exhale, bend your left knee to left elbow. Inhale, reaching your leg up for a three-legged. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog, cheetah crunch. As you bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. One more time. This is final. Exhale, stepping your left foot between your hands. Now drop your back knee on the mat. Point your toe out. As you inhale, you're going to lift your hands up for the low lunge. Exhale, bring your hands or your elbows at your shoulder level for the cactus arms. Imagine you're squeezing a walnut behind your shoulder blades, so squeeze your shoulder blades. Inhale, reaching your arms up one more time. Maybe go for slight backward. Exhale, framing your left foot on the floor. Now I'm going to go for the quad stretch on the front of right thigh. So you're going to slide your knees slightly back gently, as much as you feel comfortable, and reach your ankle with your left hand. So one more thing what you can do here is, if your knee is hurting or you think your mat is not thick enough, you may fold your mat like this so that you get double the thickness, and then you can reach your ankle from the opposite hand. So this is my right leg and left hand. A good quad stretch here. Bring your foot closer to your hip as much as you can. Gently bring your leg back on the mat, framing your hands in front of you. Open the mat. Additionally, you can use a knee pad. That works good too. Touch your toe. Lift your knee off the mat, keeping your heel off the mat. So your foot is not flat on the mat. Gather your strength. Inhale, reaching your arms up. Crescent lunge. Your torso is facing forward in this direction, left towards your left side. As you exhale, you're going to pivot that heel back, hands on the waist, turn your body, turn your torso towards the left side, arms reaching up in a warrior one. As you exhale, you're going to straighten your legs, and one more time, inhale, reach your arms up, exhale, fold forward in the pyramid. Again, as I said, you may keep blocks handy in case if your arms are not able to reach. Inhale, reaching your arms up. As you exhale, interlock your fingers behind your back. Fold forward on exhale. Again, keep reminding yourself that you need to keep breathing throughout the poses. You're not supposed to hold your breath even when you're holding the pose. Inhale, slowly bring yourself up. Take all the time you need, reaching your arms up. And this time on exhale, you're going to rest both your hands outside your left foot. Bend your back knee. Reach your right foot to meet your left foot on the front. Forward fold. Bend your knees, swipe your arms out to the side, reaching all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release. Inhale, reaching your arms up one more time. Exhale, swan dive. Take your hands back. Dive through your nose or your chest. Bringing your hands outside your feet. Now jump. I'm not able to jump right now. But you have an option. If you want, you can bend your knees, jump your feet all the way. Step them, or you can even walk your feet. Coming to the high plank. Drop your knees. Point your toes. Can I optionally go for Chaturanga Dandasana, or you can do Yogi Push-Up. Inhale, Cobra. Option to take upward dog here. Okay, so if you take upward dog, your knees are off the mat. You're just keeping your hands and your toes on the mat. If you rest your knees on the floor, you're going for Cobra, and this is a different variation of Cobra where you bend your elbows. So exhale, tuck your toe, roll on your toes, coming to the down dog one more time. So we are going to take a quick break here, quick water break. Grab a drink of water. Please keep yourself hydrated. It's essential to keep yourself hydrated throughout your yoga sequence, especially when you're doing something that is fast-paced or that is a little bit more advanced. So I'm going to change direction and we are going to start with the second floor. Bring your hands here under your shoulder, tuck your toes, lifting your knees off the mat, coming into the Adho Mukha Svanasana, the down dog. Starting to the second floor of the power sequence here. Now inhale, bring your left foot in the center, reaching your right leg all the way up for a three-legged. As you exhale, you're going to step your foot all the way between your hands. Now this time you can pivot your heel back and cartwheel your hands, opening yourself into the warrior two. You can check the alignment of your hands, front knee bent at 90 degrees, facing forward. Inhale. As you exhale, you can rest your hand on your knee and lift your left hand towards the ceiling for the side angle. Additionally, you can drop yourself, drop your right hand on the mat, going for the variation of side angle here. And then I'm going to drop my left hand so that I make a straight line from my hand all the way down to my toe for the extended side angle. Option to bring your core into it by bringing both your hands parallel to each other. Inhale, open yourself into the warrior two. One more time. Now I'm going to straighten my legs. My right toe is still pointing in the right direction and left toe is facing forward. So they kind of are making 90 degree or less of an angle here. Both your hands parallel to the mat. Prepare yourself for the triangle or trikonasana. So as you inhale here, you're going to reach your right hand towards the right wall. Drop your right hand on the floor. Inhale, lift your left hand all the way up. Keep your shoulders as if they are touching the wall behind you, parallel to the wall. So both your hands and your shoulders are making one straight line. Turn your gaze up towards the ceiling. If your hand is not reaching down, or if in an attempt to reach down, you bend your knee, you might want to use the blocks here. Okay. If you don't have blocks, never mind, you can just support your hand on your wrist. Inhale, come back up in the start position. And now as you exhale, you're going to prepare yourself for the rebound triangle or the Parivritta Trikonasana. Start again on inhale, looking forward. As you exhale, twist your body. Drop your left hand in front of your right foot. Reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. As you look down on inhale, open yourself again to the start position. Now I'm going to come to the half moon. For that, you might want to step out of your mat. Right? So I'm going to step here, your legs wide apart. You're here in the triangle, you might bend your knee. Okay, I'm going to adjust myself so that I find good enough space. Open your toes and you're going to drop your hand in the front of the mat so that you can lift yourself in the half moon. So starting in the warrior two, shift your weight from the center towards your front foot. Drop your right hand on the floor, if possible under your shoulder. Lifting your leg up, looking towards the ceiling. This is optional if you think looking towards the ceiling or towards your fingertip is shifting your balance. You might look forward in the front wall. Keep your toes pointed, legs stretched. Half moon. As you inhale, you look down And you bend your standing knee, slowly gliding back to warrior two one more time. Alright, and then you cartwheel your hands. So I'm going to come back on the mat. So you were here, as you came back from the half moon, you're going to cartwheel your hand so that you can come back just the way we went up. I'm going to come back in the high plank. And from here, we're going to take an option of the side plank. So I bring my right hand under my right shoulder, pivot myself on the side plank. You might need to adjust yourself, fingers wide open. Now this is a challenge for you. You can always bring your right foot, your top foot on the front, or you can rest your bottom knee to support yourself. Okay. Optionally, you can even lift your top leg up for the fallen star. Gently bring your leg back, glide yourself to the high plank. Take your vinyasa floor, drop your knees, exhale, Chandrasana or Yogi push-up. Inhale, Cobra, point your toes up, roll your shoulders back, exhale, down dog. Prepare yourself to repeat this on the other side. Again, as I said, this is a fast pace. You might want to consider to keep yourself well hydrated. And it's okay if throughout the sequence you feel like you need to take a break. You might want to skip a pose or two. It's okay. Take your own time. Starting second floor on the left side. Tuck your toes, lift your knees off the mat. Pressing your heels down, straightening your legs. Bringing your right foot in the center. As you inhale, you're going to lift your left leg for a three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your left foot all the way between your hands. Pivoting that back, down on the mat. And as I inhale, I'm going to glide my hands, cartwheel or pinwheel my hands, so that my hands are coming parallel to the mat. And my gaze turned forward. As you can see, front knee is bent at 90 degrees. Front toe is pointed in the front direction. Resting your left hand on your left knee this time, lifting your right hand up, looking towards your hand. Side angle. Extended side angle as you drop your hand. Your right triceps touching your ear. Option to look away towards the ceiling. Bringing your core into it by bringing both your hands parallel to each other. You do not have to. If you want, you can completely skip this one. Keeping your hands supported here. Inhale, bring yourself back to the warrior two. From here, I'm going to straighten my ankle. Now, this is too wide a stance for you. You can always step your feet closer, as you might have noticed. The mat is giving away a little bit. So if you want to straighten your legs, adjust yourself at any point during your practice, please go ahead and do so. Starting on this triangle position, inhale, lift your hands parallel to the mat. As you exhale, you're going to reach with your left hand towards the left wall and drop your left hand in front of you, in front of your left foot, reaching your right hand towards the ceiling. Turn your gaze up. Stay here in Trikonasana triangle. Inhale, slowly bring your body up to the star position. As you exhale, you're going to prepare yourself for the Parivrat Trikonasana or the revolved triangle. Inhale. Exhale. Twist your spine gently. Drop your right hand in front of your left leg. Lifting your left hand all the way up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Turn your gaze down. Look down. Open yourself back to the star position. From here, I'm going to again prepare myself for half moon. I prefer to step out of my mat because that gives me a better grip. So I'm going to stand here, starting from the triangle as I was, and then bend my front knee, which is left knee for me right now. Drop my left hand in the front as I shift my balance from here to my front foot. Slowly dropping. Also remember that our bodies might be asymmetrical on some side. We might be able to do some things better on the right side, not so well on the left side, or vice versa, which is perfectly okay. Just be observant of that fact. Turn your gaze up, looking towards the ceiling, keeping your legs straight. Remember, all your weight is on your standing leg. Now, when you want to come down, you first turn your gaze down, bend your standing knee, slowly glide back to the Veerbhadrasana or warrior two. Now you might want to step again on your mat. Cartwheeling your hands, framing your left foot on the mat, going for the high plank. Bring your left hand under your left shoulder, pivot both your heels on top of each other, lift your right hand up. Option to support yourself by bringing your leg to the front or lift your top legs so that you can come like fallen star. Pivot yourself back to the half bend. Drop your knees, point your toes, yogi push-up. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Now as we have completed 2 sways, so I'm going to bring my knees down, point my toes, touch my toes, open my heels and rest here as long as you want in the child's pose. So my modified variation is you keep your knees together for a regular child pose, but I'm going to open my knees so that I have some space for my belly, and then walk your hands away from each other, extend your hands, or you can stack your fist to support your forehead on the mat, resting here in child's pose. Now with the support of your hands, bring your hands under your shoulder. As you get support from your hands, you bring your torso up to the neutral position, starting with the 3rd floor. So you're going to come again in the tabletop, tuck your toes, coming into the other Svanasana, down dog, bringing your heels on the mat. Inhale, bring your left foot in the center. As you inhale, you're going to reach your right leg again, 3-legged dog. Lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, stepping your right foot somewhere between your hands, because we need to move our hands away from, right now my hands are outside my foot, so I need to move my hands gently away from my foot, because I'm going to prepare for the standing split. So as I inhale, I'm going to drop my head and lift my left leg as high as I can. Again, remember, be gentle with yourself. You do not have to go for full split. Wherever you can land, bend your left knee, tuck it outside your right knee, curtsy tuck. Inhale, split. Exhale, curtsy tuck. Inhale, split. Exhale, curtsy. One last split. You can do it. Inhale, split. Standing split. Exhale, step your left foot to meet your right foot on the front here. Bring your hand outside your feet. Bend your knees, slide your arms reaching all the way up towards the ceiling. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart center and release. Now I'm going for the chair twist, Utkatasana. But in that, if you're pregnant, you might want to practice caution here. So inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, join your hands. Sit your hips back in that imaginary chair. Make sure you do not bring your knees out. This is not the correct position. So you want to keep your knees as much as on top of your heel. So let's start again one more time. Reaching your arms up. As you inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your hands to the heart center. Dropping your hips as low as you can. Keep your knees as much on top of your heels and maybe lift your chest a little bit up. Now as I exhale, I'm going to tuck my left elbow outside my right knee. So as you can see, I won't be able to do that. So if you are able to bring your left elbow outside your knee, perfect. Otherwise, you can just be in the gentle twist. Option to open your hands, looking towards your upper arm. Inhale, join your hands back. Exhale, look down, swipe your arms, reaching towards the ceiling. Inhale. As you exhale, swan dive. Bringing your hand outside your feet, drop your head. Take your vinyasa flow, step, hop or jump your feet back on the mat, high plank, drop your knees. Yogi push-up. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Stay with me, we are going to finish this round quickly on the other side. Coming to the down dog. Bringing your right foot in the center. As you inhale, you're going to lift your left leg up this time. Exhale, bringing your left foot between your hands. Moving your hands away from you, preparing for the standing split. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Dropping your head. Exhale, bend your right knee. Tuck it outside your left knee. Behind your left knee, looking forward for the curtsy tuck. Inhale, standing split. Exhale, curtsy. Inhale, standing split.
exhale, curtsy. Prepare for one final split. Inhale, reach your legs straight up. Drop your head looking towards your thighs. Exhale, bend your knee, bring your right foot to meet your left foot. Move your hand outside your feet. Drop your head. As you bend your knees, inhale, reach your arms out to the side, reaching all the way towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the heart center and relax. At any point of time, if you need to take relaxing breath, you can inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Reaching your arms up one more time and sitting for the Utkatasana. So you're going to bend your knees, tuck your right elbow this time, just changing the side outside your left knee. Option to open your hand, turn your gaze up. Exhale, draw your hands back, look forward. Inhale, reaching your arms, swipe them out to the side all the way up. Exhale, swan dive, take your hands back. Drive through your nose or through your chest. Bring your hand on the mat, outside your feet. Bend your knees, prepare to jump. Or you can walk like this. Or you can simply step your feet all the way back. Inhale, bend your knees, point your toes. Yogi push-up. Inhale, cobra. Upward dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And then tuck your toes. Down dog. Now you can bend your knees, bring your knees on the mat. Sit on the mat. Take a moment here. We are finished with the 3 short power sequence flow. So we are going to be doing cool down exercises. So you can go ahead and lay down on your mat. Take your time. So if you need to make any changes, any adjustment in order to prepare your body for relaxing poses, we have a lumbar curve here behind our lower back. If you need a rolled towel here, you can use that. Or you can even take a soft mat that you can put under your back, just to support that beautiful curve behind your back. Now again, laying on your back is difficult in the final stages of your pregnancy. So you might want to proceed with caution here. If you feel uncomfortable, you might want to skip this one. So listen to your body first, how you're feeling, and then we are going for the bridge pose. So you're going to bring your feet closer to your hips. Keep your hands outside, fingers wide open. Hands outside your feet or your hips. As you inhale, prepare yourself for the Setu Bandhasana and gently lift your pelvis towards the ceiling. You can support your back with your hands under your back, or you can maybe remove your hands and interlock them behind your back. Whatever option works best for you. Try to bring your knees closer to each other, engaging your inner thighs. Keep your thighs parallel to the ceiling or parallel to the mat. Slowly release your hands. Allow your back to gently drop one vertebrae at a time on the mat. We are not simply dropping your back on the floor. Allow your vertebrae to roll like a wave. Slowly and gently. Hug your knees. If you can, bring them closer to your chest. Maybe rock side to side, massaging your spine. And then go ahead and release your legs on the floor. Finishing it with a glute stretch. So I'm going to show you on the side what it looks like, figure 4. So you're going to start by bringing your right ankle on top of your left knee. So this is the figure 4 we have created here. And I'm going to lift my foot off the mat. Take my hands from the inside of the figure 4 and one hand from the outside of the left leg. Bring your knee closer to your chest. So I'm going to come back on my mat. So the idea here is when you bring your knee closer to your chest, you are stretching your hamstring and your glutes and also your IT band. You control how deep you want your stretch to be and release. Release your hand. With your legs, you can bring your right knee all the way on top of your knee. Just stay with this position, or you can cross your feet one more time, going for the eagle twist. But for me, as a pregnant person, I am going to uncross my knees, open my hands in the T. So whichever position your legs are, you can just drop your legs on the left side, turn your gaze away from you in the right side. Again, this is a twist, so you might want to be careful here. Feel your spinal column twisting all the way from your cervical, thoracic, lumbar, sacrum, all the way down to your tailbone, to your coccyx. Inhale, bring your knees up. If your legs are crossed, you may want to uncross your knees. Alright, prepare yourself to repeat the figure 4 stretch, the gluteal stretch on the other side. So this time you're going to bring your left ankle on top of your right knee, interlock your hands behind your right knee. Remember, your left ankle on top of your right knee and you interlock your hands behind your right knee, pulling your foot or your knee closer to your chest. Keep your head and your neck relaxed. There should be a natural curve in your neck. Just think of your neck as the extension of your spine. Bring your knee closer to your chest. For a deeper stretch, keep it in the neutral position for a mild stretch. Release your hands. Cross your knee on the top of your right knee. Cross it again for the eagle twist, or you can simply uncross. Draw both your knees to the right side. Open your hands in the T and turn your gaze away from your knees. So if your knees are dropping to the right, you're going to look towards the left side, maybe towards your fingertips on the floor. Inhale, bring your knees up. Exhale, relax there. When you come in the spinal twist, while you're still supported on the mat, this is an excellent pose that activates your parasympathetic system on. That is to rest and digest. So it de-stresses your body and deeply relaxes you. We are going for the quick happy baby just to relax ourselves. So bring your feet on top of your knees. Either hold on to your big toes or you can wrap your hands around your legs and rock side to side, keeping your feet and your knees open. Gently massaging your spine. You can continue this longer, and then I'm going to simply move on to the deep relaxation. So here you want to adjust yourself, lay down on the mat. Allow your legs to relax. Allow each and every part of your body to relax. This is where you do not need to engage anything. And you can allow your toes to splay out a natural curl in your fingers. If you need to make any adjustment, you may do that now. Prepare yourself to stay still and not move for another 5 to 10 minutes. Listen to your heartbeat. Allow your heart to come to a normal pace, normal breathing. Now you may gently wiggle your toes. Bring your awareness to your feet. Imagine that the healing energy from Mother Earth is entering your feet, relaxing your toes, soles of your feet, and your ankles. As the energy is slowly making its way up towards the shins and the calves, moving up towards your knees, it is relaxing your thighs, your quads in the front, hamstrings on the back. Slowly it is making its way up to your glutes, your hip muscles, and your sitting bones. Now feel this energy, visualize it as it is making its way up towards your back. Think of your spine, starting from the base of your neck. It is relaxing your cervical, thoracic, your mid-back, your lower back, your lumbar area, and all the way down to your tailbone. Move your attention towards the front of your body, starting from your abdominal area, relaxing all the organs, moving to the chest, relaxing your heart. Allow the energy to proceed towards your shoulders. We tend to hold the stress in our shoulders, at our hips, and sometimes in our eyebrows or forehead. Allow all that stress to go away. Allow any weight on your shoulders to just simply melt away. Feel your hands being relaxed by this healing energy, relaxing your upper arms, elbows, Your forearms, wrist all the way down to your fingertips. As you're visualizing, let's move on to our facial muscles. Simply open your mouth just a little bit or allow your lower jaw to wiggle side to side, releasing that tension, how we grind our teeth against each other, our jaws against each other. Slowly moving towards your cheeks, nose, ears, and your eyes. Relaxing your eyebrows, your forehead, all the way towards your scalp and the tip of your hair. Now think of yourself completely relaxed from head to toe, and you might want to scan your body quickly to see if there is any stress, any pain, or you feel unwell on any other part of your body. Bring your focus there, allow this healing energy to stay there for a little while. And I think that area is being completely relaxed. Bring your awareness to your heart center and remain absorbed there. You can stay in the relaxed position as long as you want, and when you feel ready to come out, you may start by bringing your attention back to your body, to your mat. Bring your feet together, interlock your hands, and stretch yourself, reaching your hands towards the back of the wall. Stretch yourself. You may stretch yourself side to side, from your head to toe. And then gently bring your left hand on your stomach, keeping your right hand back there. You're going to bend your knees and gently turn to the right side. Now with the support of your hand, you're going to rest your hand on the mat and come to the seated position. You might want to keep your eyes closed so that you take your own time to come up to the seated position. And when you feel ready, you can slowly blink open your eyes and prepare yourself for the meditation. So for meditation, if you want to take a back support, you can go there closer to the wall. You can have a pillow behind you and you can start your meditation for finding the comfortable position, comfortable seated position for you. Allow your awareness to settle in your heart center. Feel the subtle source of divine light in your heart that is glowing, that is illuminating you from within. Allow yourself to be completely dissolved in that light. Feel yourself immersed in that light. Now, if your thoughts wander, that's perfectly okay, perfectly human. You just need to give yourself a gentle reminder that you're meditating. So you're not actively engaging in those thoughts. Thoughts might come and leave as they please at their own time. You just bring your attention back to your heart center and stay connected here. Remain absorbed in this meditation state as long as you would prefer, as long as you would enjoy. When you're ready, you may simply blink, open your eyes, take your time.
so that you stay connected with your meditative state. When you feel ready, you may simply blink open your eyes and gently come out of this meditation and just remain absorbed in this meditative state. Thank you everyone for joining me. Namaste.